Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another informative video. A while back, I covered the Arena League, the brand new game mode still in testing. Since then, I've spent more time analyzing its mechanics, testing different strategies, and uncovering some key updates that could shape the way we approach battles in this mode. Today, I'm bringing you fresh insights and critical takeaways from my extended testing, so if you're looking to stay ahead of the competition, this is a video you don't want to miss. Let's dive in. In my previous video, I mentioned that League Arena battles didn't include pets or flags, but I was wrong. At the time, my account level was too low to unlock these features, which led to some confusion. After leveling up to 40, pets became available in battle, and I was finally able to assign them to my teams. The same goes for flags, they can indeed be used in League Arena fights. So, if you're below level 40 and wondering why you don't see these options, just keep progressing, and they'll unlock as you advance. Rankings in League Arena are determined by the number of points you accumulate from winning battles. Losing on offense won't cost you any ranking points, but a loss on defense will. This system increases competition and forces players to develop stronger defenses, as a poorly designed setup can cause you to drop in rankings, no matter how much effort you put into attacking. With this in mind, League Arena is bound to shake up the meta, pushing players to experiment with new defensive strategies. The rewards for top rankings are impressive. Aside from the usual league and division rewards, there are exclusive ranking prizes as well. The player who secures first place in this mode earns a massive 20,000 emeralds, 200,000 Arena League coins, a legendary gift of Dominion, and Yasmine's new skin. However, only 7 players are currently ranked, all of whom receive the new skin, making it unclear how many players will ultimately have access to it. This uncertainty alone is bound to fuel even more competition. Second place also receives Yasmine's new skin, along with 15,000 emeralds, 150,000 Arena League coins, and a legendary gift of Dominion. The top 3 ranked players earn a legendary gift of Dominion, while players ranked between 4th and 7th receive an epic gift of Dominion. Since only 7 players are currently ranked, it's likely that these reward tiers will extend further, possibly up to the top 10 or 20 players once more participants gain access to the mode. In League Arena, you get 5 attack attempts per day using friendship chips. This is a solid amount, but it would be even better if there were more opportunities to purchase additional attempts with friendship chips. Right now, the system feels a bit limiting, especially for players who want to climb the rankings faster. This is something I didn't mention in my previous video, so I wanted to highlight it here. If the developers decide to allow more frequent purchases of attack attempts, it could add another layer of strategy and competition to the mode. Another detail I initially missed, due to having a low number of League Arena coins, is that the shop has purchase limits on certain items. For example, I was only able to buy 100 red artifact fragments and 50 Sebastian soul stones before hitting the limit. What's unclear, however, is when the shop refreshes. There's no specific timer or official information on how often new stock becomes available. That said, one thing is certain, the shop does refresh. This week, Galahad and Kira are the featured heroes, and their soul stones have been added to the shop, which suggests that the available items rotate based on the weekly hero selection. In my opinion, League Arena feels like a refined version of Cosmic Battle but without the ban phase. Instead of bans, we have Heroes of the Week, which adds variety without limiting team compositions too drastically. The League and Division system also differs from Cosmic Battle, offering more structured rewards, but at its core, the competitive logic remains similar. What truly sets League Arena apart is its reward system. No other mode or event gives away a free skin, making it one of the most rewarding experiences in Hero Wars. I reached out to the community managers to get more insight, but they couldn't confirm whether League Arena will eventually replace the traditional arena mode. Right now, they're gathering player feedback, and before making any long-term decisions, they plan to introduce League Arena as a temporary event. This event phase will allow the developers to assess player reactions and fine-tune the mode before a full-scale launch. Personally, I find League Arena highly engaging and believe it would be a great addition to Hero Wars. However, I would much rather see it added as a separate mode rather than a replacement for Arena. From my daily conversations with players, I know many are deeply invested in Arena rankings and genuinely enjoy the competition. I also prefer Arena myself, as all my content footage comes from real battles there. It feels more authentic compared to guild training, where maxed out heroes create an unrealistic battlefield. League Arena is shaping up to be one of the most competitive and rewarding modes in Hero Wars, bringing fresh challenges, exclusive rewards, and a dynamic ranking system that keeps players on their toes. With pets and flags unlocking at level 40, shop limits, and a ranking system that punishes weak defenses, League Arena is set to reshape strategy in Hero Wars. The fact that it offers a free skin makes it stand out from any other game mode or event. That being said, its future remains uncertain. Will it replace Arena, or will it become a permanent addition? The decision isn't final yet, and player feedback will be key in determining its future. Personally, I hope League Arena becomes an addition rather than a replacement, as the traditional Arena mode remains an important part of the game and community. What do you think? Should League Arena replace Arena, or would you rather see both modes coexist? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Hero Wars content, and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update. Stay sharp, Guardians, and keep pushing for victory. Until next time, salute and friendship.